If you look at a nymph or a pupa before it rises to the surface, you'll see some gas bubbles that the insect produces to carry it to the surface. Some fly tyers think that beads, glass or brass or tungsten, mimic these bubbles and trigger a strike. The mercury midge is a simple example of a killer fly that uses a silver-lined glass bead to imitate this bubble. We're going to tie some flies that use beads. So you can get beads at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or one of the hobby supply shops like that. They come in all kinds of different sizes and colors. Here's some 8/0 beads and some 11/0. And the 11/0s are the ones we'll use for the tiny flies, and these beads are tiny. So I thought I'd show you real quickly that what I do with the beads in order to be able to deal with them is kind of like what you do with the tippet ring. That is, I string them, and then I can thread them onto the needle by thread them onto the hook by threading the hook through the hole in the bead while it's still strung, and then I can push it off the string and not have to deal with more than one being on the desk at a time. So the way I get them strung is to use this little gadget, and you can see it's got a little spear at the top, just a bent loop, and at the back it's got something that's kind of like what you've got on a bobbin threader. And so the way you use this thing, you see this bead tube is pretty long, so if you got a tube of beads like this, you can take the little spear front and just stick it down into the beads, and you really don't have to try. It just picks them up, as you can see. And you keep pushing it down and just up and down, jiggle it up and down, and it will pick up beads on the wire, as you can see. And then you thread some string, or I'm using this, which is actually designed beading thread. You thread that through the end of it, much like you put the tying thread through the end of a bead threader, and then you just push these off that end and onto whatever kind of string you've got. Whoop! See, that's why I just dropped some. So just to show you how that all works, these go down this way. I'm going to push them back into the thing they came out of. And so that is called a speedle needle, and it's good for stringing them if you decide to do that. You can get these in all different sizes. One company and colors, one company that makes a lot of different colors and some different sizes is called Mill Hill, and you can see here a bunch of different sizes of check glass beads. And if you're just looking for a few and you'll tie, meaning 100 or so, it's about what's in the small size or this size of fly tying beads. If you're just looking for some small ones, the way to go is probably to get fly tying beads at your fly shop, or I'll put the link down below. If you want more than that, or you need colors, this may be the way to go. I ordered these Mill Hill because I had a recipe that claimed, a fly recipe I'm going to show you later, that claimed to work best and had been tested to work best with a particular color of Mill Hill beads. So that's the reason I've got all of these. I'm going to be tying this on a size 22 hook. So I'm going to pick it up, and I'm using a barbless hook. This is a shrimp or caddis or whatever kind of hook you call that. And so I'm going to put it in my hand. These are my bead tweezers. I'll put it in my hand with the point exposed. And I've taken one glass bead off the string. I've got it in my bead tweezers. And the holes in these beads are the same size, that is, they're not countersunk. And so there is a size 11/aught bead on a size 22 hook. This is called a mercury midge. If you remember or have seen the old mercury thermometers, which they don't make anymore now, the stuff in the inside of a glass thermometer or plastic thermometer is a red alcohol blend. But in days past, they were mercury, and you had to sort of twist the thermometer so you could get the mercury at the right angle, and then you would see sort of that mercury coming back. This is a silver-lined bead. And so you see, if you look at it just right, you see kind of the kind of line in the middle from the silver lining that you would get from the mercury. Got a glass seed bead on the hook, got the hook in the vise. I have some 0.1 Semperfli copper wire and some white thread. And I'm just going to run back to the bend, down into the bend a little bit, then come forward and break off a little bit of that wire. I'm going to tie in this fine copper wire and wrap it back into the bend, and then come forward. I don't want to worry too much about taper in this fly, but I do want a little bit of taper to it, so I'm going to come back about 2/3 of the way and then come forward to the head and then go back about 1/3 of the way and then come back again to the head. And then this calls for counter wrapping the wire. Recipe says counter wrapping the wire. I don't know why. Maybe trout like left-hand screws better than right-hand screws. I don't know. Get to the front. I'm going to tie it off, of course. And then this wire is so fine, it didn't take much at all to break it off. If you're using a really fine thread, you may need to build up a head here. I'm not using a particularly fine thread. So it won't take me long to build up this what I need. And there is a mercury midge.